Hey everybody, what's up? The energy that we are beginning with is connected with needing to complete something. Now this can mean a number of things. It can mean maybe you need to complete your understanding of something. Maybe you need to complete a cycle of some sort. Maybe there's a class that you need to complete. There's something going on where it feels like you can be actually quite close to the moment when this is going to happen, but you have to kind of like push yourself through the rest of the way. We're starting off with Queen of Cups, and we also have Queen of Swords, and we have Nine of Cups. This is going to be about thinking about what you want, and it can be in general thinking about what you want. It can also be discerning if something that you have going on right now is aligned with what you want. And if you do have something currently in front of you, it's not looking at it and being like, I want it to be this. It's looking at it and asking, like, is it that thing that you want? If you happen to have something in front of you already. Because of starting off with a Queen of Cups, this will be more an emotional matter than anything, but it's something where you need to use your discernment about this. And you can figure out if you're going in the right direction. This can actually be a situation between you and another person. We have Queen of Cups, we have Queen of Swords, we also have a King of Wands here, but I'm seeing the King of Wands energy be separate from you. We're going to say that you're the first energy here. You can also be the King of Wands here. So there's something going on. There's something that you share in common with this person. This King of Wands I'm seeing be associated or linked with the Ten of Swords, which can indicate that this King of Wands has recently gone through something that they are still recovering from. This doesn't look like your energy to me. This looks like the other person's energy. You have to do the math here, emotionally speaking. Having Queen of Swords and having Six of Pentacles can be about like compatibility that has to be evaluated and whether or not that will actually work in this situation. It's not about if you want something to work or not. It's about like if it actually does. If that's really what's going on and is that really what's presenting itself to you. Because with that, we have Queen of Cups, we have Six of Pentacles, we have Nine of Cups. This is like, what would your ideal situation look like if you were to get involved with another person? Like, what is that criteria list that you would have, and then kind of compare it to what's going on here. Does this person bring that to the table? It's not only about whether they're capable or not, because it seems like they actually are, but it's about whether they do or not, or whether they will or not. So it's not really about this person's capacity, because I'm seeing them show up as the King of Wands, which I'd say like somebody very capable of like meeting the standards or requirements that you have. But that and whether they're doing it is there, those are two different things. So it can be something that needs to be looked into where you're like, are they, it's not, again, it's not about if they're capable of doing it. It's like, are they bringing what you need them to bring to the table actually with you when push comes to shove? We have Virgo as the first zodiac sign coming out here. I'm hearing qualified. The thing about this person's energy is that, like, I want to make this very clear. Sometimes you're in a situation with somebody and they're not, like, capable of kind of doing what you want. I'm not getting it like that. This person seems very capable and they seem very adequate. So I'm not seeing it be a matter of like whether they can or not. It's about if they are or if they will, and that's something that needs to be looked into. And for some of you too, if you're on the other side of it, it can be about like what you're willing to do as well. And if you may be dealing, if you're the one that's the King of Wands here, you can be dealing with somebody that kind of runs a bit of a strict program, and they can really hold you accountable and hold you to a very high standard, and you can be asking yourself whether or not you want to play that role for them. Because I see somebody that can be, they run a tight ship is the way that their energy is coming through, but I'm also seeing them be very soft and very... This is somebody that, if you're the King of Wands here, you're dealing with somebody that actually presents first and foremost in more of a water energy. So I think at first we can look at this person and see them with those qualities of being like attentive and present and in tune, and having particular things that they want to experience, like they want closeness, they're going to want intimacy. Like this is somebody that will want to spend quality time when you have a water sign energy. But then also they're characterized as the Queen of Swords. So this is somebody that they can have firm boundaries. They can be kind of like strict when it comes to like who and what they get involved with. And so you can be trying to figure out like whether or not this is something that you really want to sign yourself up for. It's not a matter of like if you can do it or not. I'm seeing you be capable of doing it. I think it's just like, do you want to do that? So that can be the question here. Like the things that this person would expect of me, do I want to meet those standards? Is that something that will feel right for me? Or is this something where I feel like I don't really want to be doing that? And that can be the question. I think something's happened between the two of you before. I see one person maybe feeling, let's say it like this, if you have prior history with this person and something went down between the two of you, I'm seeing that they still feel hurt by it, but they may not be saying that. I'm seeing this be more the King of Wands energy that's more associated with like the Virgo side. If they don't have to be a Virgo, although they can be, but this can be somebody that's more like analytical. Maybe they're involved in some type of like healing or writing, or they can be more introverted. I get a little bit of that, but I also see them like doing big things with their life too. So that can be something as well that's connected with this, because they're coming across as hermit, but also as the King of Wands, which will indicate that there's somebody that they've like taken charge within their life. They can be like very particular about the path that they're going down. They're the ones that are manning that, but they can also be somebody that they think and think and think, and they think a lot about things. And I don't know if what they're going through has to do with you specifically, or they had something going on that you were not involved in this situation, but it somehow impacts your dynamic with them, because if they're working through something, you know, that's going to affect the way that they show up with you. Just see something like this in the environment that is still like really big on their mind, and that they haven't really finished working through it yet at this point. There can even be, having Nine of Cups and having Page of Pentacles be in between the two of you, you guys may both feel like mutually attracted to kind of having something go on, like starting something or continuing something. That can be something that's being felt, but there can be a question of like, this needs to be figured out then to see, I think, whether this is a good idea or not. I do see mutual desire being there. But there's still other stuff that has to be figured out, and I think that this is more practical. Yeah, the person that's the King of Wands, whatever this is that they that they've been dealing with that's been on their mind a lot lately. I kind of see them be in a space where they're like, this is my thing and I'm trying to deal with this, and they may be a bit guarded because of that. You may have inquiries about this if you're the one that's the Queen of Swords here, but they can be maybe a little bit like keeping you at arm's length. That can be something too. I feel though that like both of you guys have had situations where the Queen of Swords energy, this is somebody where they've like learned to have and honor their standards, probably because they've been in situations where they weren't using their discernment and then ended up being with people where it's like, this is clearly not working. And so they've like learned how to implement that. And this other person, that's the King of Wands here, I see stuff about like their situations too, but I'm seeing something that they're still working through, where I don't know if they were like involved with somebody. It feels like they were involved in an exchange with somebody. This can be like a relationship, a past relationship that they had, that they can actually still be recovering from this. For some of you, they may not have figured out why exactly things went wrong either. Maybe they also still don't totally understand like completely stuff about their values and what they want. And this can also be about them showing up, how they show up, maybe how they don't show up too. So you coming across as Queen of Swords here and looking at their energy being Hermit, like both of you guys may be kind of like looking to the other person and being like, what do they have going on, like curious about one another. But I'm also seeing this like kind of like you each kind of sort of keep to yourselves as well. But the thing is that there's like mutual energy and mutual connection between the two of you. So it's kind of like both of you guys are feeling it, but nobody's like really saying it totally out loud. And then you have questions and then they're thinking about stuff. I get like this sort of thing where it feels like, I don't know if like both of you guys are holding back. That may also be the thing too with this. The person that's the King of Wands, when they're ready, they will take action. They just will think about things for a long time. So if you're the Queen of Swords here, you can be like, why haven't you given me an answer yet? Or why are we not talking about this? And it's like, they still need another year to think about this. I just see somebody that takes a really long time. They may feel a bit perplexed and feel like you're sort of complicated too, because you're coming out as two different court cards. There may be stuff that they're still like trying to analyze about you. But Queen of Swords and Hermit are both analytical energies, and because both of you guys have those energies, like you have Queen of Swords and they have Hermit here, both of you guys may like to observe and assess and think about things, especially before you commit to anything. Because Hermit is not going to commit to something unless they've like seen everything, got the information that they want. And same with Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is like, I have committed to things before I've really looked into the details, and I've learned not to do that. So now I like need the information before I can make a decision. And this person that's connected with King of Wands and the Hermit, I feel like they're pretty similar too, but I also see the way that they are is that they can actually take control of the situation once they feel like they're ready. And you may misread their energy as like not taking initiative, but because they're coming out as the King of Wands, I beg to differ with that. This is somebody that they will step up and take control, but only after they've thought about things. So this can be misread as possibly as disinterest, or possibly like misreading their character and thinking that they don't take initiative, but I'm not seeing that be the case. I'm seeing it be like once they make their mind up or they've thought about something enough and they're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm seeing them just like go straight for what they want to go for. This is reminding me a little bit of an energy that I remember coming through a couple months ago. I do not remember the reading at all, but it's feeling a little bit reminiscent of that. Like a familiar character here. So overall for you, if you're the one that's the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords energy, you can be just watching what's going on and assessing it and being like, is this like worth me investing in? Is this worth me, especially emotional energy, because we're starting off with the Queen of Cups? Like, is it worth me like opening my heart and like keeping my heart there, just like opening my mind to this? Is this really what I want? The thing is that I think that you guys both want the same thing, but I see both of you guys are very capable of communication, but you may not, there may be something going on with the communication. But I see two people that definitely know how to communicate effectively. I just see like some holding back. But it seems also purposeful. This person that's the King of Wands, if they didn't have this thing that they've been dealing with that's been taking up energy for them, I think that it would be like things may be moving, but because of them still dealing with something, I feel like that's why things are moving at the pace that it's moving at. Or they could even be dealing with something that they still feel kind of troubled by, but it seems like a past situation that they're still working through. And I'm seeing them be, it's like in certain ways you may not have access to their energy. I'm seeing them be kind of like barriered off a bit. So you can feel like there's not so much to observe here, but you can want to, as the Queen of Swords. It's like, if only they would talk to me so I could assess them more. But I'm seeing this person can like really keep it to themselves and be very quiet, having Hermit there. So you may not have, if you're the Queen of Swords, you may not have a whole lot to go off of with this. So there have definitely been issues between the two of you. Like, I'm definitely seeing it be a bit bumpy. I see all of this as being up in the air right now. It's kind of like, I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Yeah, the person that's the King of Wands, I'm seeing them be associated with the Emperor and also Hermit. So this is somebody that they can have like a very specific life path. They could be doing something with their life that's like different than what would be normal for people to do. This can be somebody that they're like, stuff about their sense of purpose is really important to them. I see something like that where this person is like a whole, they have like a whole path, or they're like a whole character, not in an inauthentic way. It's more so like this person has a purpose and they're in touch with that. And so that's very meaningful and important to them. And yeah, they're definitely dealing with something on the emotional front still, but it doesn't look like a situation that's happening right now. It's about something that happened in their past, but like recently enough that they're still dealing with it. And that's why they hold back their energy. I'm seeing them definitely have a lot to offer. I just get that they're holding back. They may also not want to make the wrong decision too, because their path is really important to them. So there can be stuff about like the way that they're going and not wanting to be limited by making a choice. That can be something as well. Like maybe there's something weird with the timing between the two of you, and that can be why this doesn't feel particularly smooth. That can be something having to do with Saturn when it comes to the timing. Both within your synastry and also transit-wise. All right, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting and tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.